Hey everybody, Al Fragnoli, Zach Sooty, League of Leaders. Today we are joined by Natalie Clark. Natalie is the Senior Manager of Special Events for the Miami Dolphins and Hard Rock Stadium. Natalie, thanks for coming on with us today.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm excited.
Awesome. We got a couple questions lined up for you, Natalie, so we'll dive right into them. The first one is tell us a little bit about your journey in sports and what brought you to the position that you're currently in with the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, so my journey's a little bit unique. I didn't start at a stadium or anything like that, and I kind of had to find my way a little bit later on. So my journey started as a high school lacrosse coach, and I just really wanted the best for my student athletes, and I started to invest my time into a lacrosse organization that I founded. And we ended up traveling to different tournaments, trying to empower the girls, and if they wanted to find a college that would be a good fit for them. That was kind of the role that I played. And then through that company, I found my passion for sports operations and logistics, where I loved coaching, but I also loved the fact that I could find the logistics of the planes, of the tournament, of the registration. And so what happened was, as my coaching career kind of went on, my passion for sport operations took over, and I decided to make the leap over to IMG Academy and went over there and started to do event operations and team training. And any team that was coming or event that was coming through the academy, I helped run. And I did that for a time. And then from there, I made another hop over to Florida Atlantic University. And there I did operations and event management for their athletic department. And then from there, my time was short there. I saw the Miami Dolphins posting a job for senior manager of special events. And I thought that, hey, you know what? That's my passion. Like, that's what I want to do. And it's an elite stadium. So I didn't know anybody. I just really kept pushing and making it through to the next round and ended up getting the job. So I think at the end of the day, it was a very unique journey, but I finally found my way. And I think I attribute that to lacrosse and finding my passion with logistics and event operations.
Wow, that's a fantastic story, and I love when we interview individuals that have different paths because I mean, there's so many ways to get where you want to be. So it's
Yeah.
nice that you shared that. So right now, many events that are happening at the moment have zero or limited capacity. What are some of the challenges that you and your team are facing this season in regards to event capacity, and how are you working to overcome those challenges?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is revenue, right? We're used to filling a stadium with 64,000 and now we're trying to fill 13,000. And so the challenge is, where do you find an opportunity to make up some lost revenue? And so we were challenged at Hard Rock Stadium to, and senior leadership especially, to make a concept that we're able to have people enjoy an event safe and socially distant. So what we ended up doing, and it was a big challenge, was creating and transforming a space called our outdoor theater. And so right now we're not able to host events inside other than the Miami Dolphins game. So we ended up coming with a movie theater concept. So we had turf, cabanas, there's different seating. We've built temporary structures, covered areas. And so our challenge was, we know we're going to lose revenue, but let's create a new space, a new concept where we can kind of make up some of that. So that's been the challenge with us. A lot of learning curves about how to play the movies and licensing rights and seating and Ticketmaster. But I think at the end of the day, it's finding a way to adapt, right? We saw it on the horizon that, hey, this is going to be a big problem. And so just adapting and finding ways to create revenue, create experiences where our fans stay engaged, if even if they're not at the stadium, but then also being like socially distant and present and experience the passion that we have.
That's awesome. So, you've talked a lot about your accomplishments already in your very young career. What is one of your proudest accomplishments since you've been working in sports, and maybe specifically with the Dolphins and Hard Rock Stadium?
Yeah, it's with no doubt that I would say my biggest accomplishment is working and representing Hard Rock Stadium at Super Bowl Live. We were very lucky to host that Super Bowl. And my role there was working with production. So I assisted with all the pre-ceremony events. And then I think my favorite moment was assisting with the post-game trophy ceremony. and all the rehearsals and all of that. So just being on the field and just watching the Lombardi being hosted on our field was pretty incredible. So I think I don't think another moment could top that.
Confetti coming down on you. Tell me you
Oh
got to
yeah,
experience that. That's
you know
awesome.
it's crazy. It's still around our stadium. We can't get rid of it. I'll be giving tours for events, and we'll be walking different space and the fans, and I'll just see this red, yellow, and white confetti everywhere. So it's kind of a nice reminder.
That's funny.
That's awesome. Natalie, you've had quite a bit of experience in professional sports with the Dolphins in leadership roles. You've had some leadership roles in college athletics, as you mentioned, and even with high school athletics and coaching. What sort of advice would you give to women that are looking to break into the sports industry and ultimately move into those senior level management roles?
Yeah, I think my one thing is stay true to yourself. Stay focused. I always make sure I'm one of the hardest working people, just because I want to make sure that I'm seen in the right manner. So I would say just be confident, never stop learning and absorbing from those you respect. Like currently right now, the woman I work for, I respect immensely, and she continues to help me grow. And I just want to absorb all that just to make myself better. And I think at the end of the day, when you continue to learn, you continue to be better. And we all want to become, the next level. We all want to be in senior management roles, but you really have to start and reflect and learn first and take the time. I mean, right now I feel like it's a want now society where it's like, I want this now, but you really have to sit back and learn and use those experiences and take the time and be a little bit more patient than, it's hard to do, but I would just say be true to yourself and work hard, and then learn. Every experience, every event's different. And I just take what I like. I had an event last night and I'm like, wow, I could have done this better. Let me take that into the next one, and just always continuing to grow.
That's awesome.
Great
Yeah,
advice.
it's always about constantly learning, always growing. And it sounds like you have a fantastic leader. That certainly always helps as well. But
Yeah.
this was all fantastic information. Natalie, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule and joining us today. It was awesome to hear about your journey through the sports world, and continue to do great things and continue to lead in a very positive example. Thank you, Natalie, for coming on with us.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.